Hello, my name is Kerry Arth, and today we are going to have a little cheeky Monday ramble, because it is Monday, that's how that works. On time, yet again. Could this be the beginning of a trend? I'm going to keep saying that every week, because then if it stops being on time and like on the right day, then it won't feel like it's been as good as it has been for as long as it was. Giving myself a bit of leeway for failure in the future there. You know, looking forward to messing it up. So, what do we have for next week's pre-orders for the week after that? So, we have, finally, a combat patrol for Adeptus Sororitas, which is... it's happened. It's actually happened. Interestingly, when we covered the Orc combat patrol last week, quite a few comments were basically like, where the hell is the Sisters one? Where is that? I'm sure we've seen it. I'm sure it was in a codex. It was shown as being a thing. Why do we not have it yet? Well, apparently because they were waiting for something? I honestly don't know what they were waiting for. I don't know why this has taken so long. The important thing is that it's here finally, with 26 models inside, including a Canoness, Rhino, Penitent Engine, 3 Arco Flagellants, 4 Sisters Repentia, Repentia Superior, 5 Seraphim, and 10 Battle Sisters. So this is pretty much exactly the Sisters of Battle army box. That's what this is, but with a Rhino stuck in as well. In fact, I believe it might be exactly what this is. So if you were looking to get hold of those models and you liked those particular poses and sculpts, well, it's your lucky day because you'll be able to get hold of them. Also, this, I think, is just what we're going to see from now on. New, like a big refresh means a new box. The new box will be up for a limited time. Then the sculpts from that new box, which were only previously available in that box, will be reused to make some sort of combat patrol or start collecting type deal. That seems the most likely to me. I mean, I would not be shocked if we saw a Beast Snaggers combat patrol, maybe next year. You know, give it a good year, and then introduce a Beast Snaggers box, especially reusing all of those sculpts exactly like they've done here. I mean, it's a way to do it. If it works, it works. But yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the way we see things go. I mean, it's a nice little force. There's a nice amount of variety in here, actually. I do like the amount of variety you get in here. There's a nice mix of close combat. You've got your standard squad there, which is fun. The Penitent Engine is quality, as always. Yeah, that's a decent combat patrol. I like that. A nice bit of variation. I feel like that gives you a good basis to kind of steer off, like, how you develop the force. Like, whatever direction you like, you've got a good basis for pretty much any approach there. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And of course, I like the sculpts in there because I like them when they're in the army box. So, no complaints there because it's the same thing, but with an extra thing attached. So, along with that as well, we've got the Castigator battle tank, which is, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's got so many guns. I love it. It's just the absolute bastard offspring of a Predator and a Leman Russ, and as such, I like it a lot. Again, the questions surrounding this are largely, well, why don't Space Marines have access to this? Really, it's just the thing of keeping stuff limited to different armies for the sake of rules and for the sake of money making. That's literally all it is. But in universe, I'm just assuming they don't want to share it. And what's going to happen? Are they going to be forced to? No, they're perfectly happy fighting Space Marines, so it's all fine. Again, I like the kind of the imagery of it, all the little bits of filigree, the fact you've got the kind of burning coals on top of the exhaust. There's a lot of nice touches to this thing. It's a fun looking tank. I do like it. Plus the turret just looks chunky and beefy, and I'm here for that. Alongside the Castigator, we have the Banner Bearer as well, the Auto Tapestry, Astrid Thurger and Agatha Dolan bearing the Auto Tapestry of the Emperor's Judgment. Oh dear, it's quite the mouthful, but they are very nice models. These two feel a bit kind of old school in a way. They feel a bit more classic for some reason, but I'm not really sure why that is. I mean, overall the aesthetic of the Sisters hasn't changed, so I don't know what it is about these that make them they just feel like products of like bygone years almost, just older editions of the game, but not in terms of detail. In terms of detail, they still look really good. It's just the kind of overall feel of them just feels a bit older, and I really like them actually. I really like these two, especially the banner. Like, I will say, I've had thoughts about like cool things you could do with the banner bearer herself, because that's a cool model, and you could easily mix that into like other kits to do some really fun things. You could make it a really nice banner for like a Free Cities army for Age of Sigmar, for instance. Probably pretty easily as well. It's a good little kit, this. I like it a lot. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, so if you live in Japan, you can pre-order the Palatine next weekend. So if that's where you are, congratulations, you can get hold of that as well. She's fine. She looks alright. Also got a new Battlezone Mechanicus for the Charadon sector. I will say, I like the way these are painted. These are painted really well. The kind of white and kind of blue-grey feel that these have. That's a nice colour scheme for these. Very different to the colour schemes we've seen before. I do like that. That's a cool scheme. Now, I have to admit, I'm pretty sure this is a repackage of something else. I'm sure I've seen this exact, maybe not this exact combination of bits before, but it looks very, very familiar. Maybe that's just because a lot of the scenery looks similar because it's supposed to all go together. But I feel like we've seen a box at least similar to this before. There's also three new kits. Well, 3 kits are returning to the range. They're not new, but they are coming back. Now, this one I'm actually excited about because I had a plan for this. I had a plan for using this for something, so I'm glad this is back. Also, the little spider skull, still creepy as anything. Love it. Got this thing, which is also available in that box by the look of it, and the walkways. Again, with the little creepy skull. So, extra skulls for everybody. Yeah, those are only going to be on GamesWorkshop.com, though, which means you won't be able to get the that tasty third-party retailer discount. You're not going to be able to get that sort of between 10 to, 25% off or whatever, like you would perhaps at Element Games if you use my affiliate link. Oh, it was seamless. It was a seamless integration. You can't even be mad at that one, even though I've already done that at least once this year. I think probably twice at this point. No, that'll be the third one. Let's conservatively say that was the third time I've stuck that in the middle of a video instead of at the very end, where 1% if you actually watch. It was still smooth. You got to give me something for the execution there. But you can't get these from there anyway, because they're only available from Games Workshop. So if you were thinking that about those, not going to help me, is it? Nope. You can also get the boards and the terrain datasheet cards as well. I will say the Warcry version of the boards I used for D&D, and they're actually really good quality. They're pretty rugged, they're pretty durable, double-sided, which is nice. Got a nice overlay with the grid, which you just slide over the top. They're good, I like them. And I think that's a lot for 40k. We've got some Necromunda stuff, though, and it's the House Delaque stuff. Now, I believe you got your House of Shadow kind of normal edition and then a digital and card pack and dice, but it's the full-on freak pack, which I'm happy about this. I'm actually looking forward to these because I'm kind of like, I have ideas for using these for stuff for actually Necromunda, so I'm glad these are going to be available. So got the Prospects Brutes Exotic Beast Champion, 7 combatants. It's just such a weird group of just absolute monstrosities. Look at the state of them. That weird, what is it, Piscean whatever. The floating robot octopus with a brain sticking out the top of it. What the hell is that? I love it. I loved it when I first saw it, and I love it now. They're just so creepy and weird. Can't get enough. I love it. I love that box. I can't help myself. I'm going to end up with it. I know I am. Also some House Orlok stuff as well. So a bunch of weapons and upgrade bits, different arms. So you got a lot of plasma there. A lot of plasma. Wow. A load of plasma, some bolt pistols by the look of it. Couple of hammers. Those hammers do look cool. That's nice. Some more bolters and flamers and quite a range of stuff there for them. They do have some of the best hammers in the game though. Really, really brutal looking. It's good. So next Friday as well from Forge World. Oh, this Lady Credo, finally! Jesus Christ, how long ago was she announced? I've been waiting for this one for I don't know how long. This has literally been my hobby budget is capitulated massively over recent months due to unforeseen expenses piling up. But this I've been saving a few quid specifically for this model, and I just didn't know when she was showing up, or if she ever would at this point. But yeah, she's finally nice, awesome. I'm happy about that. She still looks great. Still looks awesome. And of course we have the usual Black Library stuff as well. So we've got Siege of Terror, the First Wall. I can hear Valrak having some sort of Imperial Fist-induced moment off in the distance. The battle is so epic that Black Library made a fancy map of the Lionsgate spaceport. That's cool. That's cool. It's the very same map from that version of the book if you picked up the limited edition earlier this year. But that's going to be able separately, so that's nice. Is there a limit on that? I bet there is. It doesn't say whether it's a limited item or not. I'm assuming it is, but I could be wrong. Difficult to tell. It looks like a limited thing, doesn't it? But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. And then we've got the usual stuff for the Warhammer community channel as well. So it's a good week. It's a good week if you're playing Sisters. You've got some fun stuff on the way. Some nice sculpts coming. And of course, we see the army box sculpts get the light of day once again in the form of the combat patrol. At least they're not going to waste, right? At least you can get hold of them if you want to now. So there we go. That's what we've got in terms of pre-orders next week. Anything in there you're planning on picking up? Anything Necromunda based you're excited about? Or are you going to immediately go for the combat patrol because this is what you've been waiting for? I can see it happening. Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like. Don't click it if you don't want to. As always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you'd like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.